Tim Brando, along with Spencer Tillman from our College Football Today studios, here exclusively for CBSSports.com. LSU is trying to clinch an SEC championship and a Sugar Bowl berth. But no matter how they finish the season, there will probably be big changes next year. Defensive coordinator Bo Pelini has apparently accepted the Nebraska job, and published reports say Les Miles has agreed to take the Michigan head coaching position, with an announcement to be made next week. Incredible carousel, and the situation this team finds itself in playing for the SEC title, to some extent unfair to those players.
Timmy, I think it could have been avoided, too. Yep. Michigan, I think, is at the fulcrum of all of this. They clearly were not in a rush to name a head coach. They could have waited. Yep. I think the distraction that's caused by that put Les Miles in a very difficult situation, and very possibly could have cost LSU a national championship, and at the same time devalued Les Miles' status as an earning capacity as a head coach.
All right, for Bo Pelini, look, I know he was there for a year. In fact, they led the league in sacks the year Bo Pelini was defensive coordinator, but he's yet to manage a game for an entire regular season, and he's going to get the Nebraska job?
Well, look,
wow.
Familiarity in this particular case doesn't breed contempt. It breeds another job opportunity. And Tom Osborne told me earlier last week that he was really impressed with, number one, what Bo Pelini said in the interview process. He said that, and this is after the fact, Bo Pelini told him, look, if you'd hired me the first time around, you wouldn't be in the mess that you're in right now. And that little sassiness, the quiet strength of Tom Osborne, he was really drawn to that.
A major story on the plains of Auburn surfacing late this week. Tommy Tuberville had agreed verbally to terms, and then when the contract got to his agent, Jimmy Sexton, all of the I's weren't dotted, all of the T's weren't crossed, and specifically some issues with facilities and assistants became problematic. That puts him on the open market, with Arkansas definitely open and LSU possibly open.
Well, as we reported on the College Football Today a couple of weeks ago, that deal is done in terms of as it relates to Tommy Tuberville, between $3.2 and $3.4 million. The sticking point, of course, came with the assistants, making sure he's trying to do what Lloyd Carr did at Michigan, making sure that they're taken care of financially. And we don't begrudge him for that. But I think Jimmy Sexton, his agent, will get this ultimately taken care of, and you'll see Tommy Tuberville stay there.
It's an incestuous world, the SEC coaching carousel, because Jimmy Sexton not only has the Saban deal under his umbrella, but also Tuberville, Houston Nutt, who, by the way, was a huge winner this past week. With apologies to my friends in Arkansas, if somebody offered me $3.5 to leave, I think I would. And if Mississippi said, we'll give you $2 to come live here, $2 million, I think I'd do that, too.
Absolutely. Houston Nutt wins in this one big time. He has the public relation fiasco not to deal with. He goes out on his own terms. He resigned. And I believe that the slate may be clean right now for the incoming AD, Jeff Long, but it's going to be tough replacing Houston Nutt, because you got to get those kids there at Arkansas, first of all, and that's the mountain they've had to climb.
By the way, Tuberville's from Camden, Arkansas, happened to be in a deer stand in the state of Arkansas at the end of this week, so that fueled a lot of conversation and even some reports that he was destined to take the Arkansas job. It's my belief that Butch Davis is still the #1 goal for Long, the AD at Arkansas. Do you believe that?
I think it's a very viable choice. First of all, his wife is from the Springdale area. They're very familiar. Remember, if mama's not happy, nobody's happy. So that makes a lot of sense to me. And, of course, I've talked to a couple of people on their staff whom I'm close to, and they believe that that's a possibility.
Professional morality, though. You've only been at North Carolina for 1 year.
Yeah,
we'll see if that makes a difference. All right, it's been a great year. Enjoyed it, my friend.
Thank you.
And we'll see you at the Gator Bowl on New Year's Day.